am Marley.
I am X the Ghost.
And we are the Black Yeagers! Thank you for tuning in and welcome Black on this Black History Month with the Black Yeagers.
And I'm blacker than black and I'm black, y'all.
Right black at you. Speaking of black excellence, today we're going to talk about another black figure in the black community doing things for black people, and that is Wonderman. Keeping it very black.
It was a shock. Wonderman was a very good show. So.
It was excellent to me. My favorite. This is tops from writing and acting. I think it's a good play on a lot of tropes that we see in our personal world, but also in the Hollywood world.
Oh man, as an artist, you felt some stories in there because just being told no constantly, and just the grind of having to go through show after show and just trying to figure out. Because at the end of the day, you're a contractor.
Yeah, or from an acting perspective, just seeing how some people they can overdo it on set, but also the struggles of trying to find or attain that big role, that big gig. Yeah, just to see that and kind of see how it is like when you're the star as opposed to when you're making a guest appearance or you have a one-liner, or you know what I mean? But it also shows how much people are driven and are committed to their craft and how much they're willing to put the work in for it.
Gosh, the Mandarin.
Yeah.
The Mandarin. We're talking about the Mandarin. Their pair up is probably
Barnaby.
Man, it's something that you didn't ask for or didn't even know that you needed, but it happening was very good.
Yeah, that was a great and it was unexpected, right? Because you don't just expect it to be this older, significantly older gentleman and this kind of somebody half his age becoming these like really good friends and like best friends. The dynamic I thought I saw coming was like the older guy is like the director he's been trying to work with this whole time and is getting ready to give him this so it just, the way it took twists and turns, and honestly like just starting from the beginning of the show was amazing. Like you had the character trying out for an audition, or no, he wasn't trying out, he was getting ready for a role, and it was a good role and he was excited about it, but he essentially messed it up in his kind of arrogance of being in his head so much and feeling like the part needed to have so much depth when it really was just like
it was just the line,
lines.
Bro. It was one line. It wasn't even.
It was really one line, and he did a little too much, and it is something that you see on set where it's like, okay, you don't have to do too much, like, and in fact that just messes it up, and then it ends up things like they will cut your scene, and if they don't like it, they'll replace you, or they'll just cut it out completely, or you'll film it.
Yeah, they'll let you
shoot it, and then you will never see it, which is like,
tell the world, oh man, I'm on this show, man, I can't wait for y'all to see it. You'll get to the episode, you'll be like, damn,
yeah,
what happened to that?
What happened? And sometimes if your episode doesn't air, they will not pay you for that.
Oh yeah, no,
you can't pay you for something.
You don't get no resids, bro, because ain't nobody.
So there's no residuals coming from that. It's
That's
just
funny.
Like, thank you for your service and good day. So just looking at all of that, that kind of set the tone for this character and how he will hopefully, you would hope that he arcs into somebody that is a little bit more humble and really is more in the present as opposed to being so in his head about it. So he's fired from this job, and it's kind of like a family thing where he's like, families,
and we've been there before,
disappointed that he's trying to make sure, make up for it, and he's not telling him what's going on, but mom knows something's up.
That is worth all of this work that you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, we do know that.
Yeah.
It's an all too well feeling.
It's
Um,
definitely
telling your parents that, hey, I want to be an actress, or hey, I want to go into television, or hey, we want to do anime reviews. Sometimes they're like, that's cute. And then, sometimes they know when you're going through things and you don't want to necessarily tell them. And I think for him, I'm trying to pursue this so much and do so well in this thing that I've dreamt of and have aspired to do, that I don't want to call you with the failures. I don't want to call you and say that I had a bad day. You don't want to disappoint your parents. And there was that extra layer of that in Wonderman that I thought was good and also hit home. So, just seeing him from that, and then he's, at the theater.
Oh yeah.
That's when he meets Kingsley, and in the movie theater, they have this kind of small interaction, and it's like, hey, I know you from, these other things, not even the Mandarin. It's like, I know you from this other thing something. Back in the 80s.
He was very studious in his craft. You could say that.
Yeah.
His character, like he knew a lot of stuff. Like he studied. I mean, it's not always like that. A lot of people are just out here, just like, hey, I do this, and never really pay attention to what they actually do.
True.
Just be out here.
True, just be out here. Don't know nothing about nothing.
So,
but I gotta be versed in what I do.
He really represented just how hungry you have to be to, because I mean you have to be in the right spot at the right time, and you also have to know what you're doing at the same time. Yeah, all three of those things have to meet at the same time.
Absolutely.
For things to happen. So it's really nice to be able to see like it's almost like a love story. It's almost like what was the long night in Hollywood, long day in Hollywood, or something like that. With
yeah.
And it felt like a love story to California.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
There you go. Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was like, wait, hold on, that's coming to me.
California, man. Like if you ever been in California, like I haven't been there in those times, but I'm pretty sure it was wild. So I can completely believe everything that happened in there, but just going there, just in a entertainment sense, in an entertainment frame where entertainment is king, there is that's a thing. So
yeah, I think it really touched on the times that were happening, how Hollywood was back then. But I do like that it was a beautiful, alternate, if you will, universe where we kept Sharon Tate, and where the Charles Manson people got what they deserve, rather than what it actually is. So I think that's what I liked about it most. It was like, oh, this is a tale of what would happen if somebody would just kick their ass instead of letting them do terrible things. So great movie. Anyway, that's Wonder Man. They're watching this movie, and it seems like they're just they're really connecting, like on not just on the film, but like you can tell that there's something that they both sense within each other, and I think that kind of grows throughout the season 2 of like, I understand you more than you know, and you don't know that I understand more than you know. But secretly, Kingsley is actually plotting on poor Wonderman, which kind of sucks. Wonderman, Yaya's character, he gets wind that there's a Wonderman audition, and he's like, I'm gonna go, and he goes past his agent and swindles his way into an audition somehow.
Yeah, he does really well.
He does really, really well. But, however, we learn by the end of the episode that my man's got powers. Superpowers.
It's funny because they showed it a few times in the episode, but you don't really know. Like,
yeah, the first
she thought it was an earthquake.
I thought it was an earthquake. I was like, it's California.
Yeah, it's California. Like, earthquake.
It's just earthquake.
It was really just like it was literally like a little. It was a little tremble. Like, the whole bathroom is like shaking and shit. I'm like, man, what the?
And I'm like, earthquakes happen all the time. They just walk through it. They just power through it.
I was like,
Absolutely
okay.
Not.
I was like,
Absolutely
okay,
not.
cool. Like, nah, but I think with this show, it proves that a good story doesn't need all the extra flair and all of those things. Like, you don't need Like, even, yes, it's a superhero tale, right? But you barely see his powers.
I mean, we see him at the end.
I mean, you see him at the end, but even then, it's like that's like a short little boom, like.
But I think that was intentional. I think their point was to kind of build up his appearance powers, because they want you to ultimately see at the end that these powers are very, very, very serious. It's not a joke. Like,
it's very unstable. It's very much what the detective was saying was true. Although he was the antagonist in all of this, like, he was still right in what he was saying, which was he's a danger to the public.
So pretty much,
so.
the Mandarin is in jail. He was supposed to be in prison, or he was in prison. They bailed him out of prison. He's pretty much working with the government, and they're like, hey, you got to catch this black man because he is a threat. Like, he got powers on him, and it's
crazy.
serious.
It's something crazy.
And so we're like,
right? And when you hear it, you like, yeah, all right, sure.
Because they're very subtle about the powers too, right? So the subtle of the powers being shown is also how subtle they are, and it kind of grows as we grow, like in the show, as you watch it. So like when you're initially, hearing about it, it's like, oh, he's a danger, and it's like, oh, okay, black man danger.
Right.
But then it grows into, oh no, he has these powers.
No,
the powers are really bad.
Yeah,
no, the powers are super powerful.
No, I need for you to
hey
calm
man,
down.
what I tell you?
Calm
no,
down, brother.
like what? But like
Please.
by the end of the show, my man's flying.
Oh man,
my man's flying. Like
I forgot about that part. Like,
right.
Yeah,
like oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's so much. He goes to the Wonderman audition. He gets emotional, right?
Man.
That was great.
That was good, but the dream that he had before he had the audition, before he killed it for Wonderman, scared the shit out of me.
What dream? Which one?
Oh,
oh my god!
Yo.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I thought that was real,
Oh
bro.
my god, that was at callbacks. So the
That
first
was
so he had his first audition. Oh my gosh, that we screamed. We screamed. We're like, ah!
Man.
That is so crazy. Yeah, so he has his first audition. He ends up making it. But also the old white guy that's following him ends up making it. And I don't think the old white guy is realizing that, like, oh snap, I'm really like doing this, and I'm in this. I'm like, really about to like. I don't think he's understanding. Like, he's just going in and doing his thing. He's like, I'm going in, I'm doing this thing, I'm following this guy, and so it's coming into like second nature. But he does not realize, like, oh my god, you're really about to get this too.
Yeah.
So they finally get a call back. They go to the director's house, and it's just like this full on improv audition.
I want to know if any actors, like if we have any actors in here, if they've had like a situation of callbacks to where like it was in the house and it was like some wild stuff like that, because that was a thing. That definitely was a thing. It was wild, but it feels like that would be something that would happen. All the games and the playing by play.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure that is what Will Smith did. So it definitely is real, or else they wouldn't have depicted it in the series. So I'm sure it's definitely happened, and I'm sure a few of you out there have experienced that, because yeah, that's something. So they're in this house and improving, and it's just improving, and so. Yaya decides, Wonderman.
Oh man.
He decides to do a monologue for Pretty Woman, and we were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, this sounds so familiar, but I'm like,
he was
Family Guy. Did I hear?
Man, he was breaking plates. He was breaking cups.
It was, and you thought it was. It just wasn't good.
In the man's house.
In the man's house.
In the man's house. So you breaking his china. You know what I mean? Like that's.
And they're like, yo, I'm disappointed in you because what was that? And you're throwing stuff in my house.
He was blowing it, man.
And so he was getting emotional, and it got out of control, and he went into this like dream sequence, right? But we don't know it's a dream sequence when you look at it. So he's like in the audience, he's back in the room with all the people, and he's just really intense, and all of a sudden he just punches a hole in this guy's head, and it's like frozen, and it's crazy. Like you have to see the show. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing here?
It feels real, bro.
But if you have seen it, that was so crazy. It felt so real. Now, those of you who have ever seen I Am Not Okay With This, great show also. It's on Netflix. Hopefully, if you can find it, try to look for it. But it reminded me so much of that, because I'm like, oh my God, it had me like that. Like, it, person didn't know they had superpowers. Superpowers are getting stronger by the minute, and now people's heads are exploding. So like, yeah, that was crazy intense. And we find out it's not real, it's an illusion. So he snaps back to it. Has his audition though, but he nails it. Like, he nails it. The old guy nails it. And I feel like there's so much in between that can be said too. Like, they have a whole thing where they go visit his family, and that's important, because it really shows the dynamic that he has with his family and how he feels being in his family,
and ultimately with himself as well.
And
you get to see like a little bit more of his powers, which was that was a little bit more frightening.
Yeah, because he also did a
actual
thing in there,
actual shake. Like that was the second show of what he got. Well, no, that was the third. It was the third show of what he had, because he was like, blew the back off of his wall, and he tried to he tried to hide that. But it's almost like his powers almost kind of put you in the mind of what was the Rock's character? Black Lightning, or not Black Lightning? That's a TV show. Black Adam.
Black Adam, yeah.
Put you in mind of that. Like, it's almost like electrical, but and he can fly. It's almost the same. It's literally like the same. I don't know. He might have some extra stuff with his stuff, but
it was.
That was crazy.
It was. Yeah.
He blew the table off.
He blew the like the whole island in the middle of the kitchen at this family reunion that he has at his mom's house. Mom's birthday. But it was a family reunion. It was a lot of family there, pretty much. So, you just learn about his backstory, and he has this whole dynamic with his brother where he's, he's trying to prove himself to his brother too.
Feels less than.
His older brother's kind of more established, and you see that in the moments when he announces things. And, and they have that, sibling rivalry going on. So he's really, Wonderman is really trying to prove himself in this show. And I just feel like it was so well written. How they led into the next episode with the cliffhangers from the previous episodes. They did them really well. I hate that it was only 30 minutes each episode. I feel like it needed to be an hour.
Too, actually.
I hope they go an hour, but they might not, and that's okay. It's okay if you don't go a full hour, but
just keep the same formula. But
it was so we finished it. Fairly quickly, because we binge watched it. We were just like, we're gonna watch it all the way through, because this was too amazing.
It was really good. You couldn't put it down once you get past the second episode. It's like you're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Like the first episode kind of gets you, but like for people that's like, I don't know, like that second episode is gonna grab you for sure. And like once you get to like the fourth one, that's
now you don't want to turn it off by that point.
No, that's the one that everybody's talking about, the Doors one. That's the fourth one.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
Once you get to the fourth one, it's like, I'm
Doorman episode. Yes, I agree with everyone. Favorite episode easily. I do and don't like weird things. I'm very intrigued and infatuated with weird things that are done in films. So it's like, I do like it, but it's unconventional. So it's like, but I do. So this episode was like completely in black and white, and it was just this crazy visual, with this side person. His name is Doorman, and he's also a black man who is born with powers.
He's a mutant, yeah.
And he got those powers though, however common, because he went outside from where he was a doorman, because he was the door security, and touched some plasma that looked like something you shouldn't touch.
Bro,
You touched it.
it looks wild. It looked like a galaxy.
Yeah.
In the pavement.
It looked like
bro.
a portal.
Like
It looked like a portal.
now.
It looked like a black hole.
I'm not a
abyss.
curious human being, no, right? But if I see something like that, I might want to like poke it with something. You know what I mean? Like
Poke it with
try
something.
to
But you would have
see.
probably got sucked into.
Yeah, I don't know. But
You got, like, sucked into this
looked
vortex.
very interesting in the ground, bro. I will say that it did look enticing to then and or touch, but
Yeah, he essentially got like sucked into a vortex and was sucked out of the vortex. I don't know. Like he's like
he figured it out. It was so we saw Spider-Man 2, right? The Spider-Verse thing.
yeah.
Right? The spots dude. I was saying how like his world looked like the Doors dude's world. It was like it's almost like he's like in a void of space.
Yeah.
And he's like
That's what it seemed
basically
like, yeah.
it's like he's
Really
basically just in a
interesting.
void of space, and it's like each door that like that was there was like a door through something else. Like you going somewhere else. So like I guess he just figured that out.
He did. Yeah.
I
He kind of did. 'Cause
Kind
he
of.
ended up back in there. But anyway, he goes into this weird, and the whole episode is in black and white, which I love. Love a good black and white. Sin City, the new Spider-Man Noir.
Speaking of Spider-Man, I'm waiting on Spider-Man
give me
Noir.
black and
Just
white.
not.
If you do it right.
Can we
And they did
replace
it right.
Nicolas Cage, please?
Nicolas Cage as a whole.
Like I gotta. It's
We should,
like a
we should
very,
have a whole
grim smile
recap
on my
anthology
face.
of Nicolas Cage from great to crazy, because that's where it's at. But yeah. So Doorman, right? Black and white episode, black man goes outside, he's a bouncer, he gets powers, and now all of a sudden it's a huge thing. He becomes like this human portal where he can teleport people. And that's what happened. You know, how he got famous is that building was on fire, nobody could get out. He portaled people through his body and helped them escape. And so he became famous. We called him Doorman. He's getting all these accolades, and it's amazing.
Ding dong.
You know what I mean? Like, but then it starts to get generic, like how generic fame works when you have that one gimmick.
15 minutes.
So it's like a 15 minutes of fame
situation.
thing. So he's like doing, weird chip commercials now, and now he's, doing like
Trying to figure out what
trying
else
to
can I do
figure out
with
what
my
it's-
powers and
he's on like comedy shows and he's getting made fun of, and they're
he
making him say
didn't want any of this, by the way.
right.
Like
But
he was a
also
chill
touched
person.
the plasma, so he did want it.
Kind of.
But yeah, so he, gets all these powers and like, it starts bumming him out once it becomes like a 15 minutes of fame is up. But then he gets this break again, and again it's talk about that. It's a thing that happens in Hollywood where it's like somebody has their fame, they seem like they're kind of falling off, and it's like, dang, what am I gonna do? And then they get that chance to have that big break again.
Yeah.
So he gets that chance to have that big break, and he goes in with Josh Gad, the big hefty white dude that's a comedian, and they do a sequel to the movie that they made a hit with the first time. And Josh like gets ready to like run through him, but the doorman's been drinking and doesn't realize what his body will do when he's drinking. So Josh dude tries to go through his stomach like in a scene, like this is a whole movie scene, and just disappears, and they cannot find him. And
we still don't know where this man is.
We don't know where he is. We don't know where he was teleported to.
He's not dead.
Doorman doesn't know where he's teleported to. He could be anywhere. He literally could be anywhere, but we don't know because only Doorman knows that.
He's got a man in his
So-
stomach, bro. He's just in there.
So that all happened just to surmise that. Yeah, and then he threw up. That was a little cool.
That was wild. Well, yeah, it was pretty sick. It's pretty sick. Yeah.
But all of that, again, to surmise that they did not want people who were superheroes acting because you're a liability.
They had a doorman.
liability.
It was called a doorman clause, and it was
It's a
just
doorman
against.
clause.
It was basically just against superpowered mutants.
Which is a big problem because by the end of this show, Wonderman blows up an entire fucking studio.
Bro.
Out of anger. Out of anger.
I was so mad at this man for
out of anger. because he found
so
out that he was being spied
hurt.
on because he made friends with the old man. The old man was spying on him. The old man finally told him, hey, but then I was trying to help you, and it would turn into but you became my friend, and blah, 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 because he did. He became his friend. He stopped letting him spy and listen in. He destroyed his listening device.
He let him in and he got hurt.
You know.
I get it, man, but
So,
the
yeah,
crash out, he
my man
crashed out
crashed.
immediately.
Yeah.
Like, you're walking away from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
From the you're on the set still. You're still on the set, bro. Like, just hold on to it. Just hold on to the anger. Just let it revel for a second. Just get a little bead of sweat in there, just a little bit. Get some pain.
You could tell he's somebody who
Man.
has a hard time handling his emotions because he's probably been through a lot of stuff, and he probably operates in flight or fight mode. And
he's fighting for sure.
And he's also dealt with a lot of things. This is somebody who has lost a parent. This is somebody who is trying to prove himself to the rest of the family. He did get dumped in the beginning of the show, so it was like, and he's trying to make it in his career. He's trying to understand who he is, and he's trying to do all of that with power. So emotionally, it's probably going to be a little bit of a challenge, especially when things like this is happening, people spying on you, and you're trying to just find somebody to, confide in and truly be your friend. So, he blows up the studio, and the old man takes the fall for it.
That was some G shit, man.
He did. The old man took the fall for it.
That was real G for him.
It was cool.
That was really G for him.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was real.
Truly, you didn't know what was gonna happen at that moment, bro. Like, they were like how they had it, and you normally see this in movies and how they normally do this, which is dope, because like you really get tricked by it or you don't get tricked by it. Like, you kind of know or you don't know. So it's like you got cops coming down the street, rolling. You hear the sirens and everything else. They showing this one person in the house. You like, yo, what's going on? They coming for my mans. And then they go to the next spot. That once they drop it, it's like, oh, damn. So I really like that. It was nice. It was really nice how they displayed that, and it was really heartfelt. Like, it was very heartfelt on how he kind of he's been uplifting him that whole show, man.
Yeah,
he has.
And honestly, one of the only people that were able to get his emotions in handle or in check whenever they started to get like that, because when he was with his family, they almost did, and the man calmed him down. Yeah. In the audition, he almost did, and the man calmed him down 2 times. Yeah. So it's, he has been there as an emotional regulation and in the form of a friend. And so, of course, once that was gone, his emotions were everywhere, literally. But the old man felt like he should do right by him by taking the fall, and so he did, which was very honorable. It was very honorable, and he did it the most G way.
That was so G!
He's like, I'm the Mandarin.
So G.
The prophecy was always this, bitch.
Yo, he got the
rings.
Studio. Yo, his outfit,
mind you, he also made it into the movie. Black man made it into the movie. He becomes Wonderman. Yeah. The white guy, the old white guy, becomes Barnaby. He becomes Barnaby.
He gets replaced by old boy from Matrix.
Replaced by what was his name? Caesar.
Cypher. He was. He got replaced by Cypher, bro.
Cypher.
That was wild.
That's a whole nother side story. If you haven't seen that, check that out.
That was cool to see.
Yeah, because the Wonderman was definitely cussing him out in the beginning of like the series.
He deserved it
for a whole second reason.
He was
like, "Fuck you!" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, dude from the Matrix." But so then the series ends with it looks like Wonderman's getting his next role, and he's like following this guy around, and this regular old guy. Yeah. He's got a wife, he's got 2 kids, he's having health issues, and doctors tell him to work out, so he's like running down the street with like Wonderman, but it's like very regular schmegular.
Just humble living, man.
Very really humble nice. Living. Yeah. And
heartfelt too.
You can tell that it's something about his job that's kind of weighing him down. And that he's just kind of trying to provide for his family. I think he said his daughter was sick in there, so that was a hard time for him. So it was like, oh, well, maybe he's, his role is like just this everyday
like
guy, this dad,
You know what I mean?
So then he takes him to work, and he's kind of explaining, hey, I'll just tell him that you're this person from work, and blah blah blah. It's the prison.
It's the
prison.
It's the company now. So Marvel has this new company CD.
I don't know.
It's 4 letters, okay? It's 4 letters, but they've made it so like they're not like the cops. They're not that. They're like the special units that looks out for mutants in particular. So he cracks into that place, which is...
So that's the place where the guy is working.
Yeah.
And so he's essentially, it's still a prison. It's people are a lockdown.
No,
but
yeah, for sure.
It's like a prison. And so it just so happens to be the prison where the old guy is. So, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, this old man who Wonderman is following around gets a random wire for $100,000 in his account.
Yeah.
His wife is like, quit that job and come home
That
now.
was hard.
To which he should have just ran home immediately.
Man, that was
and
crazy.
Wonderman finds Barnaby, Barnaby, which is the old man,
That was
and
his man's, bro.
blast off like Jimmy Neutron and
That was
some
crazy.
shit. Flies him and the old man out, and that's when you can learn. That's when you learn that he can fly.
Yeah, that's an extra thing that he can do.
What?
What else can he do? I don't know.
I mean,
You
it's-
barely saw his powers, bro. Like, you only saw in spurts of frustration. You never saw in control ever. You don't know if he can just shoot out lightning. You don't know how strong this man is. You just knew that he can fly. And that was at the very end. So it's like you don't know what this man can do, and yet I want to know more. I need
It was definitely not enough. I needed full hour episodes.
Man, I was pissed how it is.
I'm so overly ready for the next season. This is, besides Candyman, has been Yaya's best work yet. And congrats to him, because I don't know if he was thinking that too. Like, this is his Wonderman to me.
Man,
this is literally his Wonderman. He just does not have superpowers.
I
But he is
also
that
liked
Wonderman.
him in oh man, because he was Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. Wait.
See, there you go.
Oh,
You here with me? No, not gonna get there. Nope. He played Dr. Manhattan in a TV show, and it was great. He did good. He's a great actor. I like him. I really like him.
He did great in Candyman
really
also.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That to me was.
I kind of wanted them to do more to that, which kind of made me also mad.
I'm just mad that they didn't have Tony Todd throughout. But if it was because Tony Todd was sick, I do understand.
I understand that as well.
But the essence of Candyman is to have him appear just as they had the appearance of Candyman happening. When instead they used this other old guy, which is fine. But it wasn't fine. They should have just used Tony Todd. They should have used Tony Todd the entire time. He should have been out throughout the whole thing. Or like a digital projecting thing where his like mind is going crazy, because I have been waiting on that storyline for a long time. Like a long time I've been waiting on what happened to that little baby from the very first Candyman that he went into that burning fire with, and it came out unscathed. What did he do to that baby? Who's that baby? What happened to that baby? And essentially that's what the new Candyman was, which was great. We knew what it was going to happen. Like maybe he was, training him to be the next Candyman, which essentially it was. I just needed more Tony Todd in there. I needed more Tony Todd for sure. But Yaya did a great job. Tiana Parrish did a great job in there.
More Marvel people.
More Marvel people, because we can rely on you all to deliver. But great show. I love Wonderman. Love. 10 out of 10. Great show. Seriously.
Yeah, it was really good.
That is right up there with Moon Knight and Loki. I'm sad that
those are the
we'll
top
probably
3.
not get Loki because of the whole Jonathan Majors thing. But I don't know. It'll be different, but I don't know. It's just hard to pick up when you have that. It's hard to pick up.
It's hard to pick up. They could easily put in Robert Downey, but Robert Downey ain't doing no TV show.
I don't know. We don't know.
He ain't doing no TV show.
But no, great.
That was very good.
Great, well done show, and I hope that we see another season for sure. Do not cancel this one. Be smart.
Please don't cancel.
Be smart.
Please
Be
don't
real
cancel. You can
smart,
cancel
guys.
Echo. Cancel Echo.
Cancel
I haven't even
them.
seen
Cancel
Echo.
anything with Aquafina.
And cancel Echo.
Those can go.
Yeah.
Okay, those can go.
You can keep the
We
10
saw
rings,
what
but
if.
just exclude her.
Those
I don't
can
like.
go.
Just keep her
But
out of
Wonderman, please keep that coming.
Wonderman, please.
Please keep that coming because
Don't
I don't know what
do
guys
this.
will ever see another Moon Knight. Probably not. But
Probably not, which is also frustrating about how it ended.
yeah.
How you have a third person and now I don't know who the third person. You know what? I'm not gonna get
Right.
I
It's
won't.
okay. It's
I
okay.
won't. It's
But if you haven't seen Wonderman, please make sure you check it out. It is streaming on Disney Plus, which I did not realize I had and been paying for months before.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
here we go. Here it is. So please check it out. Disney Plus, Wonderman. You can binge it in a day. Like seriously.
You'll want to.
And you'll want to. Yeah, for real. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, drop a comment below. Let us know what you think of the show. Like, we know we have our thoughts on it, and our, we're everywhere with it because it's just so great, and that show is everywhere. It's so
everywhere.
many. There's so many elements on it. There's so many layers. It's really good. It's really good.
Really good storytelling.
They did a big one with this one, so we would love to know you guys' thoughts on it too. Feel free to comment and let us know what you want to see in the next season or what you anticipate. And
Yeah, I loved it.
we will continue to bring you more reviews like this because we love TV shows. Fallout is next, coming for you.
Yeah, Fallout, man. Yeah,
Fallout is next.
Ooh, yeah. Fallout is next.
Fallout is very
yes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving us love. We'll give you more and continue to be great. So
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No problem. Once again, I am Marley,
I am X the Ghost.
and this is the Black Egg Riz. Y'all, peace out.